Welcome to today's Lunch and Learn at Work session. Today we're going to talk about controlling your serving size or your portion size of foods. This program is brought to you by Get Moving, Get Healthy New Jersey Workforce and funded by the New Jersey Prevention Network. What about Supersize? What is all this talk? The talk is that today the sizes of portions of foods have been made so much bigger or supersized from what they were many years ago. About 30 to 50 years ago, serving sizes were very different from what they are today. The number of servings you should eat should closely match the ChooseMyPlate.gov models. You want to take a look at ChooseMyPlate.gov and see what they are considering serving sizes, what they look like, and how many servings are in a variety of different foods. That's the best place to get information about serving sizes. What I'm going to do is spend a few minutes helping you visualize what serving sizes look like in a variety of foods that you're used to. Let's start with the grain group. One serving is one slice of bread. And you may be thinking, well, wait a minute. If I'm making a sandwich, I need 2 slices of bread, and that's one sandwich, and that's one lunch, so that must be one serving. It is not one serving. One slice of bread is a serving, so when you make a sandwich with 2 slices, you are having 2 servings of bread. It's also 1 cup of ready-to-eat cereal or a half cup of cooked cereal, rice, or pasta. And keep in mind, according to USDA, that half of all the grains you eat every day should be whole grains. Pay attention to your labels to make sure you're eating whole grains. A bread serving size that, for example, is a bagel is half of a bagel today. It's about the size of an NHL hockey puck. You're probably thinking, I would eat a whole bagel. Well, you may do that, but keep in mind it's 2 servings of bread. A muffin should fit in the palm of your hand just like a tennis ball would. So when you're eating a muffin, take a look at it, especially if you're purchasing it at a coffee shop today. You'll see that muffins are much, much larger than would fit in the palm of your hand. It should be about the size of a tennis ball. When it comes to pasta, rice, or cooked cereal, it should be the size of a tennis ball. That would be a serving. So when you're having your next pasta dinner, think about, would that tennis ball fit in my hand? Is that how much pasta I'm eating? That's a serving size. Very often when you go out to a restaurant or a diner, you'll find that the serving size is much, much larger than the size of a tennis ball. How about breakfast cereal? This one's always very confusing because the label on your cereal will tell you what they consider, the producer of the cereal, what they consider a serving size, and it varies greatly from one cereal to the next. But 1 cup of dry cereal should be about the size of a baseball. And you know what a baseball looks like. It's a little bit larger than that tennis ball, but it's not very big. So it would fit in the palm of your hand. How about vegetables? 2 cups of raw leafy vegetables are considered a serving. For example, you have a salad, 2 cups would be a normal serving. You can also have 1 cup of cooked or chopped raw vegetable or 1 cup of vegetable juice for a serving of vegetables. And keep in mind, you want to vary the vegetables that you eat every day. Enjoy lots of different varieties, textures, colors, fruits, and vegetables all mixed together if possible. And when you make that salad, why not add a little extra boost to it and add a few extra chopped vegetables and maybe even a few pieces of fruit to top it off. A vegetable serving looks like 1 baseball. This is 1 cup of raw leafy vegetable is a baseball. So if you're going to have a salad that had 2 cups, think about having 2 baseballs in your hands and what that serving would look like. How about peas, carrots, or other vegetables? It would be about the size of a baseball again. How about fruit? Fruit is a little bit different in terms of, most often a medium-sized apple, banana, or orange are considered 1 serving, which is also the same as 1 cup of sliced cooked or canned fruit, or 1 cup of fruit juice. What does it look like? Think about the size of a typical orange and a baseball, about the same size, and that would be your serving of fruit. How about fruit juice? What we need to think about is a serving is 8 ounces or 1 cup. And the best thing for you to do when you go home today is to take a look at your liquid measuring cup and look at the 8-ounce line and measure something in there. Make it water, for example, and then pour it into your favorite glass that you use at home and see how many servings of fruit juice or any other liquid that you're drinking in a day. You'll be very, very surprised. How about the milk group? 1 cup of milk, 8 ounces, or yogurt is a serving. Today, lots of yogurt containers are in 8-ounce sizes, so it's pretty easy to see that visual. But what about cheese? 1.5 to 2 ounces of cheese is considered a serving. So with your liquid, with milk, you can take your liquid measuring cup again and measure the amount of milk you would normally drink into it, or you can measure 1 cup into it and pour it into your favorite glass to get a better idea of what that actually looks like and how many servings you're actually drinking. Cheese is a little bit different. Remember floppy disks? I know most of you working adults remember that. Is about a 3-inch square. If you have 1.5 slices of pre-sliced cheese, American, Colby, or whatever kind you like, that would be a serving. 1.5 slices. When it comes to cubed cheese, this is the really tricky one because it would be about the size of a half golf ball. Think about a golf ball. Think about how small it is and how many pieces of that cheese you could get in there. Here's my challenge to you. The next time you're at a party or a gathering and there's lots of wonderful cheeses to taste, think about how many half golf balls of cheese you've actually eaten. You'll be very surprised. Let's talk about meat, poultry, and fish. Generally, a serving size is 2 to 3 ounces of cooked lean, remember, as low fat as possible, meat, poultry, or fish. You want to keep it lean if possible. We do need protein every day, so how much should we be getting in a serving? A deck of playing cards is the size approximately of a lean meat or poultry. Very often, when I'm at a restaurant, I think about how many decks of cards of meat do I actually have on my plate? And most of the time, it's much more than what a serving is considered. I take a look at the palm of my hand, which is probably not a very large hand, and think about the palm is about the size of a deck of playing cards. So that's my visual. I always have it with me so I can take a look at how many servings of this meat am I actually eating? If we're talking about fish, a 2 to 3 ounce serving is going to look like your checkbook. How about beans, eggs, and nuts? A 1/4 cup of cooked dried beans is a serving, as is 1 egg or 1 tablespoon of peanut butter or a 1/2 ounce of nuts or seeds. So let's see what that looks like. A 1/4 cup of dried beans looks like a 1/2 a tennis ball. Think about the tennis ball fitting in the palm of your hand. Visually cut it in half, and that would be your serving of dried beans. Peanut butter, a serving is about the size of 1/2 of a golf ball. Think about that one the next time you make your peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Nuts or seeds are about the size of a golf ball, so you have a little bit more leeway there. Think about the size of a golf ball, and it's basically a handful of nuts or seeds that is a serving. How about fats, oils, and sweets? Now we know that we should use these sparingly in our diet. So a serving of butter, margarine, or oil is 1 teaspoon. So if you go to a restaurant and they have small butter pats, that is a serving of butter, margarine, or oil. Think about that one the next time you lather some butter on your favorite bread. A tablespoon of salad dressing or 2 tablespoons of light salad dressing are also considered a serving. 1 tablespoon of jelly jam or sugar is considered a serving. The best way to take a look at that is to use your measuring spoons from home. So for homework, take a look at your measuring spoons, look at a teaspoon, look at a half teaspoon, look at a tablespoon, and get an idea of what these amounts actually look like. Thank you for attending today's session. We certainly appreciate that. And please look forward to many more of our Lunch and Learn sessions. Have a nice day.